I would like to request Dr. Anirudh Gupta, CEO, DCM Group of Schools, to please kindly come up on the stage. And he's going to cover the actual entrepreneurship education in the K-12 segment. I would like to request everyone, please put your hands together and let's welcome him on the stage. Come on, everyone.
Hello. Am I audible? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed members of TiE who have come here from all over the globe, fellow educators and industry leaders. It's a privilege to address this forum that has consistently championed entrepreneurship, not just as an economic driver, but as a mindset that shapes nations. In fact, the turnout at TiECON 2026, and I can see the house full, bears ample testimony to the tremendous work that this forum TiE has been doing. Today I'll be speaking on the theme which is, I believe, no longer optional, but it is essential. The relevance of entrepreneurship in the K-12 segment. However, before I begin, let me introduce myself. My name is Dr. Anirudh Gupta. I am CEO of DCM Group of Schools, which is one of the oldest institutions established way back in 1946. And in so many ways, not only the oldest, but one of the most futuristic as well. We have recently set up world's first school of entrepreneurship in K-12 segment in Ludhiana. Many of our friends sitting here are aware about DCM Young Entrepreneur School, Ludhiana. And also we've set up one recently in Tri-City near IT Park, Dasen Brown Experiential Learning School, where apart from experiential learning, Finnish education system, we are imparting entrepreneurship education right from grade 1, 6-year onwards. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, India is the biggest K-12 segment in the world. K-12 is kindergarten to grade 12. School education we call K-12. With almost 14.69 lakh, 1.5 million schools, catering to more than 260 million school goers. And if I look at the population below the age of 35, which is almost 65% of our total population, we are also one of the youngest populations in the world today. In fact, every fifth youth in the world is an Indian. And also not one of the biggest, I'll also say one of the most diverse also. However, this demographic advantage is perhaps not being exploited, as large number of these youths, many of them educated but still unemployable. There are no dearth of jobs, no dearth of avenues today, as we are one of the largest and the fastest growing economy in the world, with India consistently clocking around 6 to 7% annual GDP growth, projected to become the world's third largest economy in the next couple of years. However, the issue is, these youth, they lack employability skills. While the industry is often complaining about the availability of skilled workforce, these youths are complaining about not having enough jobs. So we need to change this. We need to change the narrative from job seekers to job providers, which is quite vital in order to create an ecosystem that does not just survive, but thrives in this fast evolving world. Also, given the fact that most of the MNCs in the world today, all of you are already aware, many of them have Indian CEOs. However, there are not enough Indian MNCs. Why? So, this thing has been, at the back of our mind. The biggest K-12 segment in the world, the most diverse K-12 segment in the world, the biggest youth force, lot of divide between the academia and the industry. So what to do? Being one of the oldest organizations serving the cause of education for almost 8 decades, we thought of setting up a school that focuses on entrepreneurial skills right from the formative years itself. Scaling up to industry's demand, we thought of setting up such first school in Ludhiana, recognized as the Manchester of India, where entrepreneurship is not just additional subject, it's a mindset, it's a life skill, it's a way of life. We believed that we need to work on the students right from the elementary stage so that they become creative, they become critical thinkers, they are able to solve a lot of problems what we see in the world today. They take initiatives with a lot of resilience. We could foster attributes like problem solving skills, self-directed learning. So we've been thinking all these years, and we understood the fact that the attribute of the student these days should not be an outcome of rote learning, but outcomes of entrepreneurial mindset. So we went on to impart these entrepreneurial skills to as young as 6 years old. And the kind of response we got was a game changer in the entire education system. Today I'm happy that thousands of institutions, right from schools to higher educational institutions, and not only that, even the examining bodies like CBSE, ICSE, Cambridge, they're all talking about the entrepreneurship in the school education. And also the kind of programs TiE has introduced. So we've been part of TY program where our students represented TiE Chandigarh at the national level idea pitching. And I'm happy to share that for the last 2 consecutive years, our students, they have performed from Chandigarh extremely well at the global level. We also started working with organizations like Startup Haryana, Innovation Mission Punjab, Chandigarh Angels Network, Punjab Angels Network, Startup Punjab, Punjab Agriculture University, and a lot of universities from various parts of the world. And today, with support of these universities, with organizations, with the governments, our students, even from grade 5, 6, 7, they're already on the verge of launching their own startups. Imagine when we were all in the school, having a startup in grade 7 or grade 8 was absolutely, madness. It was not possible. And I am very confident that the kind of skills, the kind of resilience, the kind of understanding, not only about the financial segment, about the startups, about the markets, about geopolitical issues, about the stock exchange, these children, the students they possess today, by the time they pass out of the school, they are going to create some of the finest startups in the world. And I'm sure not only they'll set up their own ventures, they are going to solve many outstanding problems what we have in our country and globally also. And I'm sure when these students, they venture out, they launch their own startups, they scale it up, the entire region, the Chandigarh, the TiE Chandigarh, we are all going to be so proud of them. We are also working with Innovation Mission for a program called Unicorn 2030. And last year, some of our students from grade 6 and 7 did pitching right here in this hall. And ironically, they have taken to entrepreneurship. We were quite skeptical. In fact, the parents were also a little worried that, aren't we putting some extra pressure on them? But how beautifully, what kind of ideas they have come up with, it's really amazing. Today, they are not interacting with the class teachers. They are interacting with industry stalwarts. Last month, I went to the school and met a boy who's in grade 6th. And I asked that boy, "Beta, what's your name?" Instead of telling me his name, he took out a visiting card and presented it to me, a grade 6 child. So, the idea of schooling is not just confined in the classrooms, interacting with the subject teachers. These students, these children, they are interacting with the industry stalwarts. And as I said, that they are actively participating in various programs launched by TiE, Innovation Mission, and various other industries. And these industry leaders, they are guiding them how to pitch, how to make prototypes, how to launch their own startups. So it's been an amazing experience. So friends, let success not be just an accident. I'm sure it can be designed. I exhort all my fellow educators, colleagues from the industry, let's all support young entrepreneurs. Let's not underestimate them. Let's not underestimate their abilities. We cannot realize the vision of Amrit Kal, which is India at 2047, without empowering the youth of today. And this is the same youth which is going to realize the aspirations of martyrs like Shahid-e-Azam Bhagat Singh and others, lakhs of others, who sacrificed their life, the prime of the youth, not only for an independent India, but for a self-reliant India, a great India. Let entrepreneurship and the entrepreneurship education become integral to education, not just incidental. India's future will not be defined by how many degrees we produce. It will be defined by how many problem solvers, how many job creators, how many value builders we nurture. If we teach our children only to follow instructions, they will fit into the system somehow. If we teach them to think, they will navigate the system. But if we teach them to create, they will lead the system. The question is no longer whether entrepreneurship education is relevant today. The question is, can we afford to delay it further? Thank you very much for your attention. Jai Hind.
Sir, we request you to please here because we want you to felicitate. I would like to request S.K. Rora, co-founder App Smarts, to please kindly come up on the stage and join us. Everyone, please put your hands together.